Yo, what's good NFL fans? Welcome back to Touchdown Kingdom, the hub of all the latest NFL news and content. In this video, we're going to give you guys our Week 8 NFL predictions. I appreciate all the support here on Touchdown Kingdom all throughout the last couple of weeks. You guys have been killing it in the comment section, hitting that like button. It really does mean a lot to me. If you guys are new to Touchdown Kingdom, please make sure you smash that subscribe button as we have weekly NFL content coming your way all the way throughout the season. We have a bunch of interesting matchups coming your way in week number 8 in the NFL, and I'm super excited to bring you guys this video. With that being said, let's jump right in. Starting off with Thursday Night Football, we have the Green Bay Packers headed to Arizona to face the Cardinals. We're definitely in for a treat for this primetime matchup. The 6-1 Packers are heading to Arizona to take on the undefeated Cardinals. After a 31-5 blowout victory against Houston this past weekend, the Cardinals truly look unstoppable. This upcoming game, however, will be a huge test for the Cardinals team, as Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams has been impossible to stop ever since week number 2. But unfortunately for the Green Bay Packers, Davante Adams has been added to the COVID list, and we are unsure if he will be able to play in this game. Without Aaron Rodgers' top weapon, I'm unsure they can keep up with the explosive offense in Arizona with Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. So we're going to take Arizona in this game in a shootout by them winning 33-30. Next up, we have Football Sunday on Halloween this year, starting off with the Cincinnati Bengals headed to New York to face the Jets. The New York Jets are once again playing like the worst team in football, and now rookie quarterback Zach Wilson is out and going to be missing some time with a knee injury. Things are hitting rock bottom in New York, while the Bengals just made a huge statement by blowing out the Ravens in Baltimore. The Bengals are in first place in the AFC North, and Jamar Chase is having the greatest season we've ever seen from a rookie wide receiver. The Jets just traded for veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, so it's going to be interesting to see if he is indeed the starter. Either way, we have the Bengals winning big 30-13. After a really shaky start to the year, the Indianapolis Colts are one game below 500, and Carson Wentz appears to have bounced back from his early season slump. There's just one problem for Indianapolis: Derrick Henry is coming to town. Last week's win for the Titans couldn't really be credited entirely to Henry. He still had a very solid outing. But the day belonged more to A.J. Brown and Ryan Tannehill, as well as the Titans defense. But make no mistake, Henry is the best back in the entire game, and he's due to have another huge game at any time. The Colts defense just will not be able to keep up with Tennessee's dynamic offense, and we have the Tennessee Titans winning 27-17. After a shaky start to last week against the Detroit Lions, the Rams figured it out and ended up winning by 9 points. Definitely not the best outing that we expected from the Rams against the only winless team in football, but they still came out on top with the victory. Matt Stafford and company are looking at another light matchup this week against the Houston Texans, who are 1-6 and appear to be non-competitive almost every single time they play. This should be an easy victory for the LA Rams, and we have them winning 27-7. The Cleveland Browns are super banged up, but managed to squeeze out a 3-point victory over the Denver Broncos this past Thursday night. On the flip side, the Pittsburgh Steelers started off the year very shaky, but now have found their way back to 500, and now they're coming off a bye week, and heading up to Cleveland to take on their division rival. I like the Steelers to get the job done this week, coming off a bye and playing against a Browns team that is dealing with a crazy amount of injuries that I kind of feel bad for them at this point. We have the Steelers winning in a close matchup, 21-17. The Philadelphia Eagles are now 2-5 and have looked pretty bad overall throughout the year. And of course, we all know what's happening with the 0-7 Lions. They can't find a way to win a game. Even if they fight all the way through, I think all that will change this week for the Detroit Lions. They're in their home stadium, and I think they definitely have what it takes to beat Philadelphia. Dan Campbell is dying to get his first win as a head coach, and I think he gets it this week. We have the Detroit Lions winning in an upset with a final score of 22-20. The Chicago Bears got absolutely blown out this past week by Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, while the San Francisco 49ers, they took a 12-point loss to the Colts on Sunday Night Football. Both teams have struggled to find their identities this season, and this game could go either way. I'm giving the advantage to the 49ers, who are a better coach team than the Chicago Bears. We have the San Francisco 49ers winning 20-17. After a horrible start to the year, the Atlanta Falcons are back at 500 and are looking pretty damn good. They have a lot to work to do on the defensive side of the ball, but their offense has been dynamic and exciting for the past few weeks. The Panthers are in a complete opposite situation. They started the year 3-0 and have now dropped 4 straight games after an embarrassing loss to the New York Giants this past Sunday. Sam Darnold was benched, which was not a good look for the organization. Things are certainly trending downwards for Carolina, and I expect the momentum to stay where it is this week. We have the Falcons winning at home 25-16. The Miami Dolphins are currently on a 6-game losing streak. Things have been awful down in Miami since they somehow managed to beat the New England Patriots back in week 1. Now, there's a lot of speculation out there about Deshaun Watson. Will he be on the Dolphins next year? But what would Miami have to give up in order to make that happen? Things are a mess for the Dolphins right now, while the Bills remain one of the most solid teams in football. They're well rested coming off a bye this past week, and they're ready to dominate the Miami Dolphins at home. We have the Bills winning big, 35-15. The New England Patriots absolutely demolished the New York Jets this past weekend. Mac Jones looked like a poised veteran out there, and Josh McDaniels called an amazing game. They have plenty of momentum in their favor as they head across the country to take on the LA Chargers this week. But Justin Herbert and the rest of the gang are well rested and ready for the challenge after Week 7 bye. The LA Chargers look like a really good football team, and Justin Herbert is definitely looking like one of the top young upcoming quarterbacks in the league. We have the LA Chargers winning at home 28-17. The Jacksonville Jaguars are coming off a bye week after beating the Dolphins back in week number 6 in London after winning their first game of the season. The Seattle Seahawks are a tough team to nail down this year, especially without Russell Wilson under center. Geno Smith has been the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks ever since Russell Wilson went down with an injury, and he has done them no justice, losing all the games Geno Smith has appeared in. But we have the Seattle Seahawks getting their first win under Geno Smith with a final score of 21-20. The 2-5 Washington football team is headed out to Denver to take on the 3-4 Broncos. The Broncos have dropped 4 in a row after their 3-0 start to the year, and Washington has been one of the most disappointing teams in football pretty much all season long. This one could go either way, but I'm going to have to give the advantage to the home team Denver, as they lost last week in a heartbreaking fashion. We have the Denver Broncos winning 20-17. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints, who are coming off a bye, and they are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are coming off a 35-point blowout victory over Chicago. Tom Brady is just unreal. He's playing some of his best football of his career at age 44, and the Bucs look like they're on the way for the second straight Super Bowl appearance. The Saints have played pretty decent football this year under Jameis Winston, but it will not be enough to keep up with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. We have the Bucs winning 30-21. Next up, we have a Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams are well rested and coming off their bye weeks. The Cowboys have really cemented themselves as a force in the NFC this year, while the Vikings are fighting for relevance. The real highlight of this game is going to be the matchup between Trevon Diggs and Justin Jefferson. I think it's going to be really fairly even. I expect both players to make a couple of nice plays, but we have the Dallas Cowboys winning this game. We have Dallas winning on the road 27-17. Finish off week number 8 in the NFL, we have a Monday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, they're 3-4 and just lost to the Titans by 24 points. Everyone has been shocked by Patrick Mahomes' poor play as well as the horrendous showing from the Chiefs defense this year. However, if there was ever a game to bounce back, it's this home matchup against the New York Giants. This game will be a lot more competitive than people think. But we still have the Kansas City Chiefs getting this victory. Even though the New York Giants are coming off a very impressive victory over the Carolina Panthers last week, we have the Chiefs winning with a final score of 24-17. That does it for Touchdown Kingdom's Week 8 NFL predictions. If you guys want to comment down below some of your predictions, please feel free to do so. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so, as we have so much content coming your way all throughout the rest of the season. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.